Hello everyone, this is HTJ Halloween, and today I am back to discuss the all-new Spirit Halloween sneak peek called The Abandoned Annie Doll. Alright guys, so I am super duper excited for today's sneak peek because just based off the pictures that I've seen, this thing looks incredible and it looks like the kind of thing that is right up my alley, so I can't wait to watch this video. But before I jump into that, I do first want to shout out my HTJ Halloween Instagram at HTJ_Halloween. If you guys want to get more content from me on a more regular basis, then definitely be sure to check me out over there. There will also be a link down in the description. And yeah, so let's get right into it. This is Abandoned Annie. I believe it's like 2.2 feet or something like that. I'll pull up the Spirit Halloween page later. But I'm going to go ahead and turn up my volume and jump right into viewing the sneak peek video on Spirit Halloween's YouTube page. So let's check it out. This is a first time reaction. Whoa. Very cool set.
Come a little closer.
Oh.
I just want to hug you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Don't worry.
I won't bite.
That was cool. That looks so much like, you know what that made me think of instantly, and the name wasn't coming to me? It's the Creepy Rising Doll. That voice, it wasn't exactly the same, but I think it used the same line. That line where it says, "Come a little closer," instantly made me think of the Creepy Rising Doll and the way that mouth opens up, which, by the way, I saw the pictures of the mouth open, so that was kind of spoiled for me, but I thought that the bottom jaw was going to come down. I didn't think that the whole upper head was going to move up, and that actually makes it look so much freakier than I even expected. Let's go ahead and give this one a rewatch, because I am really loving it. And that, just the shots they had in the beginning of it kind of in the distance in this like alleyway was awesome. All the fog going on, they did a really great job with this video. Whoa.
Come a little closer.
It's like
I
a
just want to hug you.
Creepy Rising Doll,
Don't
roaming
worry.
doll mix.
I won't bite.
Oh, that's so creepy. And now I'm going to go ahead and check out Abandoned Annie's page on Spirit Halloween's website. And guys, I am just absolutely loving this thing. This is just right up my alley, like I said. I think the video is awesome. I love the animation. And the first thing I'm noticing is that she is 2.9 feet tall, not 2.2 like I said before, so a little bit bigger than I thought, actually about 3 feet. So that's pretty good sizing for being a doll prop. Obviously, it's not going to be anything massive, but it isn't super small. It's not tiny. And let's go ahead and scroll through some of her photos right here. Here is the cover photo. So you can see they have a really awesome creepy background. It looks like they actually have our Skullbird in the background, which is a pretty cool cameo from our Skullbird. Also they have just some barrels and stuff back there. Really creepy looking and dark photo. I love the dress design. I think it's super cool. It gives that antique doll vibe, but it's a different look than we've ever seen before, and it looks pretty realistic. It's not like striped or polka dotted or anything. It's actually just this matte color, this full light gray color all throughout. It has a lot of dirt all over it. It looks really disgusting and like it's been it's been left out for too long, and as it says, she has been abandoned, so that would make sense, and I love all the details and designing in that, and it has those nice little fringes and everything, so yeah, just super cool, super fitting, pretty basic outfit, but definitely fits her very well, and I like it. The look of the face is just awesome. It's got these curly blonde locks, which is also something we really haven't seen on any of our antique dolls up until this point, and her face has that rosy color. It has cracks all throughout, and those big eyes, actually it looks like they're two different sizes. We might be able to see that a little bit better in another photo, but those huge eyes that are kind of popping out of her head, you can see the full eyeball, and the detail on those with the pupil and the iris all drawn in is absolutely awesome. It doesn't look like any part of her lights up. Obviously her main animation is her head moving up and down, but you can also see how her mouth kind of splits up there. It's like if the mouth is still down there, but the entire head forms into a mouth. And I love that idea. They're really repurposing that idea that they had on the original Creepy Rising doll. It was kind of the first thing I've ever seen to have a doll face that just opens up and splits into two, and it is a really awesome, terrifying effect. Let's scroll down to the second photo here, which you can see has her mouth a little bit less open, so it looks a little weird, but you can kind of see how that mouth, the mouth that they make by her head splitting open kind of forms. I also noticed that she actually has a bow in her hair. I didn't notice that in the last photo. She does have a little blue or a gray bow, whatever you want to call it, in her hair to match her outfit. And yeah, you can see the detail in the face a little bit better. It also kind of looks just a little bit different. You can really see how those eyes are two different sizes. Yeah, and it's a super creepy look because it really makes it have this just messed up doll vibe to it. Yeah, so that is a really awesome photo. You can kind of see how she looks a little bit more in detail with her blonde hair and those brown eyes, all the cracks going through her face. It's really awesome. Then scrolling down to this next photo, it shows her face closed, and they really add all these cracks in to make that main crack in the face almost not noticeable until she splits into two, and then you realize that yeah, her face splits into two pieces. But yeah, they make it almost that you can't really see a line going straight through, and that's good, because if they didn't have any cracks there, then it would kind of be just a, you know, random spot that you would see on her face, and you would kind of know what's coming. But you can't. And also, I haven't really looked at the hands yet. She just has two little peach hands that are coming out of the sleeves there. And hold on, let's see. I just accidentally zoomed in. But yeah, so that's a pretty cool photo right there. We get to see her with her mouth closed. Then we also get a side angle with the mouth open. Just really a demented an awesome idea. Whoever came up with that initially, it's just a really cool animation. I really love it. I'm so glad that they have brought it back with a really creepy looking little doll named Annie. I love it. It would be cool if she roamed around too, but I guess that might just be a little bit too much. Let's see. And then we also have a side photo right here of her with the mouth closed. And yeah, you can see those eyes are really cool, how it has two different sized eyes. And now let's go ahead and watch her video on Spirit Halloween's website, because sometimes it shows us just a little bit more. It's not as chopped up. It might give us a different phrase, but I don't think she really had phrases. It's probably just going to say the same thing every time. Oh, she did have a phrase, but it's probably just going to be the same thing every time, where she kind of says, goes through that same animation. She says, like, you know, come a little closer, and then it goes into the demon voice, which I absolutely love. Maybe I'll get into more detail about the audio after I watched it this second time, and I'll pop it up right here. Let's do it. That sounds...
Come a little closer.
I'm just going to pause that right there. In the beginning right there, that sounds so similar to, I think Roaming Rosie has little chuckles like that, little girl chuckles, and it's like almost the exact same thing, but it's almost as if they didn't make it as high pitched or took some effects off of it. I'm almost wondering if that's what they did, because it, like, that was the first thing I thought of was, whoa, they kind of repurposed that that sound a little bit there. And if I throw where the video is up right here, you can almost kind of see that her eyes almost look like they point a bit out different directions. Maybe that's just me, but it does give this really demented look, and that detail is just amazing how they have those eyes painted in there. I love it. I don't think we've really seen anything like that before, because on our roaming dolls, the eyes were always just holes. So now we finally actually have some detail in those eyes and not the light up eyes, which I know a lot of you guys prefer them to have detail and not light up. Let's keep watching.
Just want to hug you.
Ooh.
Don't worry.
I won't bite.
The way that demon voice layers over top of the little girl voice and then completely overtakes it is just absolutely awesome. Super terrifying. I love it. It's demonic. It's, again, very similar to the audio that we've had with some of the creepy dolls, some of the roaming dolls, and also with the Creepy Rising doll. And yeah, it's an audio that I love, and I'm glad that they have kind of repurposed it here and just changed it up a little bit with the 2.9-foot abandoned Annie. And yeah, she starts to say, I won't bite, and her entire face opens up and goes into that demon voice, and I think at that point you probably think she just might bite you, and I absolutely love it. It's so awesome. It's definitely a prop that's going to be on my wish list. You guys are 100% going to be seeing her on the channel. Doesn't look like it's really going to have a setup process, though. It's one thing I'm noticing, so probably we'll just make an unboxing and then a quick little demo of her. But I definitely will be buying her and incorporating her somehow. Let's see. Let's go ahead and read her description and read the story that they have made for her. When Annie was first brought home by her beloved owner, she was the prettiest doll in the world. It wasn't until her best friend grew up and didn't want to play with her anymore that Annie's heart turned to stone. That's when things really changed. Her dirty and dusty dress started to tatter. Yeah, they definitely make it look dirty and dusted, and it has some awesome detail in there. Her mouth cracked into sharp, jagged edges, which made it perfect for revenge. She had come alive. Her terrifying grin and demonic voice now comes through when you least expect it. So if you see her, you may want to keep a safe distance. She may look sweet at first, but she definitely doesn't want to play. Yep, I wouldn't think she'd want to play either. As soon as her head starts opening up, I'm gone. And Abandoned Annie speaks in 2 different voices, sweet and scary. And again, I love how they layer that in, and all of a sudden she just becomes this demon and totally changes up the entire vibe. Her jagged mouth opens wide for a terrifying jump scare. It is a pretty good jump scare, how it just kind of comes out of nowhere, especially with all those cracks. They kind of disguise it, and you might not be really expecting it. And product phrases. Okay, actually, she does have a few different phrases. I think we've only heard the first one, which is, please play with me, I'm so lonely. Or no, we didn't hear that one. We heard, come a little closer, I just want to hug you, don't worry, I won't bite, which is very similar to the Creepy Rising doll. Then the other one she has is, please play with me, I'm so lonely. I won't be anymore now that you're here. Stay with me and we can play forever. I'm sure she turns into the demon at the very end there. Playtime is fun, but maybe not for you. And that would be where she turns into the demon. So that's cool. The product phrases are all really cool. None of them are too cheesy. They're all very fitting. And I just love how that demon voice layers in, and each phrase kind of does that, where it becomes that demon. 2 articulation points, left arm and right arm. I guess they're starting to note that some of the parts can actually be moved around, so I guess that is just saying that her arms are adjustable, which is good. And weight 5.6 pounds, actually kind of heavy for only being a 3-foot little doll. But otherwise, that is pretty much it. We have the 34.8 inch height, the 13.9 inch width, and the 13.9 inch depth. So, yep, we know that she's 3 feet tall, so I think she's actually going to look pretty decently sized when we see her in stores, because that's not actually that small. That's, I mean, 3 feet. I think it's going to be bigger than we actually are expecting. I think Bloodthirsty Betty is going to be the one that's smaller than we're expecting, unfortunately. But yeah, this one is awesome, guys. It's definitely added to my wish list. You guys are going to be seeing it here on the channel. These types of props are exactly what I love. The demonic, demented little girls and the possessed and all that type of stuff. And these dolls. I also love the dolls too. So amazing. I'm super happy with this sneak peek. I hope they maybe release a few more possessed props before the end of the sneak peek season, but honestly, if they didn't, I would already be satisfied, because Bloodthirsty Betty is amazing, this girl is amazing, and also Demonic Dahlia is really, really cool. So I can't wait to see all of those girls in stores, and also I'm really curious as to how they're going to incorporate this little doll. I think we're really just going to be seeing some sort of haunted display that can really have a lot of stuff thrown into it, because they've had quite a wide variety of props this year. We haven't seen like all clown or all possessed or all any certain type of thing, so I think they're just going to have a really, really cool wide variety theme this year, and I can't wait to see it, and I'm so excited to get those Spirit Halloween tours going for you guys. But that is all I have to say about Abandoned Annie animatronic. Definitely recommend her. Oh, and I didn't get into the price. She's so that's not actually all I have to say. She's $109.99, so $110, which is pretty good for this girl. I mean, she has a lot going on for her. She has some awesome audio. Her face opens up. She looks really cool. The detail in that is amazing. And she's also 3 feet. So again, I don't think she's going to be as small as we're really thinking. And 110, you know, maybe I could see them putting it at 90, but 110 is really not too bad. She's definitely one of the more affordable ones, one of the lower end ones. And of course, you can continue to bring that price down with those 20% off coupons, which I will have down in the description below. Along with that, I will have a link to Spirit Halloween's website. If you want to get Abandoned Annie or anything else on their website, definitely it's the time to shop now to get everything early before stuff starts selling out. And if you buy anything on that link, you'll be helping out me and the channel. And then also, there will be a link to my Instagram, like I said in the beginning, and there will also be a link to the HTJ Halloween merch shop if you want to get any HTJ Halloween designs. I would greatly appreciate it if you checked it out. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all are having a great sneak peek season. I sure am. I have been really pleased with pretty much every Spirit Halloween sneak peek. I'm so curious to see how they're going to incorporate all of these in themes this year, and I'm also curious to see how many more we have left, because we really only have a few more days, well, not a few more days, like about 8 or so days until the end of July, so then we're going to be seeing the entire lineup, and sometimes they release 3 or 4 more props on August 1st that end up being really amazing sellers that they just never did sneak peeks for, so I think we're going to see some of those too. I will be leaving for a camp where I don't have any electronics, so I can't even update you on my Instagram. I'll be leaving for that camp, I think this upcoming Sunday, so yeah, I should be able to get in a few more sneak peek videos. What's today? Wednesday, and you guys are probably seeing this Thursday, so yeah, there's only a few more days, so I probably will only get 1 more or maybe 2 more sneak peek videos in before I'm gone on that. And so if you don't hear from me and you think that I'm dead, I'm not. I'm okay, but I don't have electronics, and I will be missing a few of the last sneak peeks and the final Spirit Halloween lineup. But like I said in my last video, what I'm going to do is when I get back, I'll just make a video talking about the entire rest of the lineup, all of the stuff that I missed. I guess in a format like this where I just sit down and talk with you guys about it. It probably will be a really long video. And then we're going to jump right into Spirit Halloween store tours, buying all the stuff, prop videos, and eventually the haunted house builds. I can't wait to get into all of it. It's going to be an amazing season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.